Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Enchanted Horrors Season 2. I'm aware it's been a little bit since the last video, but honestly a lot of work has gone into this video, so there's a lot of background work that has been going on. It's not really stuff that I'm going to show in the video too much. I'm probably just going to gloss over that it happened, but yeah. So a lot of stuff has gone on in the background and I just haven't had time to actually sit down and record a video recently, but here we are. I'm actually recording. I know. Unheard of. But yeah, so thing number one that I want to address is the tree is bigger. Specifically, about 100 blocks bigger. The tree stopped about there previously. It is now all the way up there. So I've increased the tree because that house kind of made the tree seem a bit small. Okay, so tree big. Moon big? That's a reference. Let me know down in the comments if you got that reference. But yeah, so tree is bigger, and I also spent about 6.5 hours on Sunday, I think, streaming Enchanted Horrors. So a lot has changed over at Spawn. I'm going to take you guys over there in just a second. But the other thing that I want to show you is this. Now, I spent about an hour, maybe 2 hours, doing this tunnel. I said in the last episode that I wanted to do a little bit of a story for the family that own this farm. This is the wheat farm, and that story is that they have been illegally mining mithril, and this is their illegal mithril mine. So it takes all the way down here. Now there is normally a minecart on here, but me and Kian came to have a look at this, and we accidentally knocked the minecart back down. So that's why I'm running. Normally I wouldn't. Yeah, so we come all the way down, and this just connects to the mine that I've already been using this season. Not exactly a new mine, just a new way of getting to it. I am blocking off the old way to the mine, so this slot's only accessible via that, which is neat. How are you back? Good. Okay, it's decided that it wants to get performance issues. I did a little bit of mining. We are going to need all of this for today's episode, because today we're going to be doing two things. Now, thing number one is we're going to be building the last of the 3 farms. So it's going to be our carrot and our potato farm. We're going to be building that today. And the other thing is we are going to be setting up our shop in the shopping complex. So we are doing a redstone shop. I'm going to sell all things redstone components. So, like, I don't know, repeaters, that sounds like a redstone thing. Comparators, that kind of thing. All redstone stuff. Okay. Right. I'll see you guys over back at the tree. Okay, we are back, and it's substantially wetter. It's raining. Don't worry, this will eventually have different floors. This is not just going to be this one thing forever. Now, I want to use copper quite a bit in the last farm. That's why I've smelted so much copper, is because I want to use it in the farm. I think I want to go kind of Viking longhouse design, but I want to use copper and, ironically, acacia wood. I want to try and grab myself some acacia. Oh, we might use mangrove actually instead. I know I said I'll use acacia, but mangrove is a slightly more muted color, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to use mangrove. So I'm going to first show you guys how I'm going to be collecting the wood, and then I think we're just going to cut to a time lapse of me actually collecting the wood, because it's still going to be a little bit time consuming, but as I'm about to show you, it is going to be a lot faster than it would have been, because we've added another add-on to the server. We have decided that this is a good add-on, and I am completely here for it. It's called Tree Capitator. And, ow, rude. And basically all it is it just instantly chops down trees, which I'm here for. Anywho, let's go into that time-lapse, shall we? Okay, we are back. As you would have seen during that time lapse, we gathered some mangrove logs. We gathered a few other mangrove related resources, but we also gathered some, where's it gone? Some iron and a little bit of copper too. So we've got some good resources. I think we stumbled across one of the Enchanted attempting to gather mud. So that was certainly a find. But now begins the actual fun. We need to build this farm. Now I'm going to very quickly hit this ground very hard on the head with a spade. We're going to go and terraform this out a little bit because I want a little bit more of this open. And then we're going to get building. Now, I'm going to make use of the mangrove as planks for the most part. We're going to do pillars out of the mangrove logs. There will be the pillars out of mangrove logs. But it's mostly going to be mangrove planks with bits of copper mixed in. Because I like the copper blocks. I think copper looks nice. That being said, we can't really make too many, can we? Stack and 7. That's not great. I'm going to use this for windows. I think this could make for a fun little window block. As opposed to using normal windows. Because you can still kind of see through this. Like you can still kind of see through it, so... Oh, hey, look! It did it! It did terraforming for me! How nice. So yeah, we've kind of pushed this back a little bit. And also kind of shaved down the mountain a little bit, so it's a little bit sort of more of a gradual thing as opposed to bonk. And we also made back here look a little bit more natural because it looks kind of weird to me. It seemed very blocky. Yes, we're playing Minecraft, I get it, but you know what I mean. I'm sure you know what I mean. Okay, right, let's just begin, shall we? So I want the farm, I want the actual house to sit kind of central in the farm and then have all of the crops growing around it. A little bit like what we have over there, but on a bit of a better scale. And we may end up expanding this a little bit too. A bit like this, but a little bit more methodical. I've never really been good at terraforming, so yeah. It's something I'm going to build on next season. We're going to do a lot of terraforming next season. Yeah, right, let's get building, shall we? I'll talk through the beginning bits of the build, and then we'll probably go to a time lapse. I think. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're gonna do. Is this a good spot? Because like this comes here, and then the path can come along here, and then this can be kind of like the central point. So that's. Okay. And I do just want this. This is going to be a very sort of boxy build. Because I wanted so this is going to be one floor and it's going to be very sort of rectangular, maybe boxy. That's not wide enough. That's better. No, yeah. So I want to do this as just one story because I've got two-story builds, and I think having one because that's 2-story. That's technically 3 because it has the roof. So having this 1-story build, I think will add a little bit to the build and make it just feel a bit more, I don't know, alive. We're also doing it very Viking longhouse themed. Editor Duck Boy, stick a photo of a Viking longhouse on screen, please. Come along here like this. Whee. I guess I'm technically doing a cross between Vikings and steampunk with this build, which I mean, that's certainly an interesting concept. Viking plus steampunk. That sounds really cool, actually. Okay, that's going to be a window. Boom. Okay, let's fill in all these walls, shall we? Okay, we are back. Right. The general shape of the house is done. So this is just, it's very boxy. you know. It's not massive, but this is where we get to start adding some details. So I think, yeah, we'll do it like that. Yep, that works. And then I'll do the exact same thing on the other side. It's not going to be the most, I think, probably beautiful build of the three, but it's definitely going to be the most interesting in terms of shape. I'm just thinking if I'd done this tall enough, maybe I'll expand it like 1 or 2 more blocks up. This is beginning to be a slightly more expensive build every single time that I look at it. No, yeah, we'll bring everything up 2 more. This is why. This is the reason why you should plan builds, chat. Don't try and wing it. I literally thought of a theme, looked up some inspiration, images, and then and then rolled with it. Don't do this. This doesn't work. All it leads to is you wanting to cry because the build that you are making is getting progressively more and more expensive, and you're realizing you might not have enough mangrove logs to do it. Or maybe that's just a me problem. That looks kind of stupid. I think we'll move the windows. Oh, but then you won't be able to look through them. I don't know. We'll battle with the windows in a minute. Rude. You know what? Yeah, that is. We'll expand the windows up 1. Oh, but then again, maybe we'll decorate. We'll put some stuff on the walls once we do the interiors of the farms. That looks a lot better. That looks way more breathable. Okay. Now what we need to do. First, I'm going to transfer all of that into that. We are going to start by making just a few stairs in order for exterior design. And I think this should look good. And then, yep, that looks pretty much exactly like what I was hoping that would look like. Grab a few more of those. It is a little expensive on the resources, but you know, it is what it is. So that kind of looks like the curve that these tend to have. Not really sure what I'm thinking of putting at that bit, but yeah, it looks alright. Ah, what a jump! The greatest parkour master the world has ever seen. Does that look good? I can't tell. I don't think that looks very good. Okay, so what we were actually here to make. Where is the trapdoor? There it is. I forget how expensive trapdoors are. Yeah. Oh, why is that something that I like? Hey. That's better. Okay. Go around and lob all of these on. How have I actually done that then? Never get Dugboy to design your house. It's going to mess up your trapdoors. Boom. Okay, so that's that bit done. Okay, edited. Okay, just really quickly. I've just come up with an idea for something I'm going to do with the build. I'll do it in the next episode, and I'll show you guys it. But I've just had an idea. This is not the final design for the outside of the build. We can go around and we can lob these in place. So let's go grab a few more of those. That's that bit done. The floor, I will I'm probably going to alternate oak planks and spruce planks. Not spruce, oak and birch planks for the floor. But we don't have access to those at the moment. Doors. That's why I'm coming over here for. I was like, why am I coming over here? Doors. That's why. We need more copper in order to make the door. Okay. The good thing about copper doors is they can be opened with your hand, but they make a metallic sound, which is kind of the sound I'm going for this. Boom. Boom. Okay. Sort out the floors. Probably off camera because I don't have access to the resources right now. Craft a metric ton of stairs. Not enough stairs though. Definitely not. Grab some dirt. Up we go. And now we just go along. And we fill in the roof. Okay, so there we have it. We have built the outer shell of the build. I'm I'm going to go grab some lanterns in order to add some lanterns to it. We have plenty of iron now. Or, well, I said plenty. We have a decent amount of iron now. So we should be able to make some lanterns, hopefully. Because I don't think our one lantern is going to cut it, sadly. Craft some of those. Now I want to make some chains, because I want to use chains. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... And we'll do that. Then we'll turn the rest of that back into iron. Lob the iron in there. Okay, a stack of chains should do. In fact, that might be more than what we need. Okay, so I don't know if we can do this, but oh yeah, we can. Okay, so we're just gonna lob one of these on every corner, like that. Ooh, actually no, yeah, two of these on every, three of these on every corner. I know, right? Use all our difficult to get resources immediately. Then we come in here, and blooming heck, I just put all of me. Oh, fine, we're using this. Yeah, so that's 3 in. I want it there. Is that? Yeah, that's about the right height. So that's that one, and then I want this side to start here, so that they alternate. And maybe we'll alternate the height as well. Yeah, I like that. Then the next one will be here. Up, and away we go. Boom. And we'll just drop down. We'll do this one. That many. And then the last one should be here. Yeah, right here. Duck boy when jump. And that provides us with some light. Look at that. Okay, so we have light done in here now. Next up is actually the final finishing touch. Okay, so there's going to be the path coming along here. Maybe we'll get rid of those two. And instead trade them for over here. No, not you. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that's the path leading up to there. So literally everything from here. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the first water spot. Yep, that covers there. So we can go whoosh, and then plant those. And that should cover literally all of that. Yep, that's 4, so that should all be covered. I have a gut feeling this isn't going to go... It's like with the seeds when I thought it would go way further than I actually did. Well, there you go. That's all of our carrots planted. That will expand as the season progresses because, well, I'm going to grow more of it. Much like the wheat. That... if I can leave my dog. That is the carrot farm. All finished. And I will add potatoes to that as well at some point, but at the moment my potatoes are in the mob farm and I can't bother to go get said potatoes. Okay, so that's that little structure done. I'm going to work on the little bits that I want sort of sticking out of the front and the back off camera. If you guys have any ideas on what I could do for that, let me know down in the description below and I will give them a try. I'm always open for suggestions. But this is the reason why I plan builds, because otherwise we end up with the mess that was building that. Okay, for the next bit, the last bit of the episode, we are going to go to the shopping district. We are going to go and set up our shop. Part of that, I need stone. I don't think we have any stone. No, we don't have much stone. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go down over here to where the old mine is. Or the old entrance to the mine. We're going to take our silk touch pickaxe and we're just going to gather a metric ton of stone. So I'll see you guys once I'm done. Okay, I'm back. I should, keyword here is should, have enough. Away! Time for bed. Okay, I should have enough stone to craft all the redstone components I need. I'm not really sure what is going to sell the best. I'm hoping that everything will sell alright and I can just get away with stocking half a stack of everything. But here comes the fun bit. We're going to go to the shopping complex. We're going to take all of our stone so that we can actually craft some of the components, because a lot of the components require, well, stone, sadly, as opposed to cobblestone. We'll take a little bit of cobblestone there, because I know there are some that require that. We'll take a little bit of iron so that we can craft those. Is there anything else that might be needed? Gold. Gold is used in some crafting recipes. Outside of that, I don't think massively there's much more I can do to prepare. I'm going to grab a few stacks of this so that we can make an actual shop, and we're going to head over to the shopping district. Okay. Why is there rabbits in my shop? Go away, stupid rabbit. Don't you come near me. You just died for no reason. You could have survived. Okay, we are here at the redstone shop. Now, this is the area that I have to work with. It's not massive, but I don't particularly need it to be massive. I just need it to work, and it's gonna do that. And the reason it's going to do that is because I said it's going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves some of this. We're going to empty our inventory a wee bit, because at the moment it's very full. Going to make some dark oak logs, and we are just going to get placing. Okay, now for the actual shop design. I haven't got everything I'm going to stock here. A lot of what I'm going to stock is actually going to be going to require me to go and gather other resources that I'm not going to do right now because I'm too lazy, and I don't expect anyone's going to buy from this anytime soon. So, first things first, we need to craft a bunch of chests, because it's not going to be a shop if there's nowhere to store things. I can't envision I'm going to sell much redstone. I think we'll do 1 diamond for half a stack. 1 x diamond equals 32 redstone. We'll sell repeaters at 5 for 1 diamond. Hoppers are like 7 iron, so we could do 2 hoppers for a diamond. Okay, the final thing I want to do then is make a little attraction to draw people's attention to the shop, because I want people looking at the shop. I want people to look at it and go, oh, I would shop there. So that's the aim. We'll have that there. We'll have that there. We'll have it running along here. And now I just need to get up there. Okay, and now we begin laying down the track. So we'll replace you with a block of redstone. Actually, we'll do you as a block of redstone as well. Oh. Not both of them, just that one. I guess you're being a block of redstone by proxy if I almost ran out of resources. Now what we do is we run over here, we craft ourselves a lovely little minecart. Lob that in. Give it a push. Off it pops. Boom. The shop is now a little bit more alive. There is things happening. Okay. Well, that's the first shop in the shopping complex. That's my shop. I will stock a lot of this off camera, so I'm going to add more chests. I'm going to stock literally everything redstone, because redstone is hopefully going to actually be worthwhile. It does mean I'm going to have to do a lot of mining, though, in order to gather more redstone, because, yeah, stuff like that needs mining, and sadly I don't have a lot of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly use the little return book. Whoop. Okay, right, well, that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed. We made ourselves that little house down there. I'm going to fiddle with the design a little bit, like maybe try and figure out what the little bits I want to stick out are going to look like, but, you know, yeah. We're going to get that finished fully in the next episode when we do the interiors. So the next episode will be the interiors of all 3 farms. So all 3 of them, I'll do the interiors for them next episode. Shouldn't take too long. The shop, I will finish stocking off camera. I know it's not the prettiest of builds. I mean, it's literally just a giant dark oak box. But realistically, sadly, that is all I can do with the design of the shopping complex. In hindsight, maybe a shopping complex isn't a great idea. We won't be doing that again next season, I can assure you of that. But yeah, without further ado, guys, thank you all very much for watching. I've been Duckboy. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, why not hit the little like button and hit the subscribe button? They're both free, and all they really do is make me feel happy. So, why not give it a try? But yeah, without further ado, guys, I've been Duckboy. You have been awesome. Never forget that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good.